Good morning, good afternoon, East Castle Place. Welcome to this edition of State of the Castle for the month of January. Excited for all of you to tune in and get updated on what is all going on here at your community. With that being said, we do have a fairly full agenda today, and the first one that I'm excited to introduce is our newest team member in Cheryl Vopel, our Director of Assisted Living and Memory Support. I'm sure a number of you have already run into her and have introduced yourselves and given her the warm East Castle Place welcome, but figured we'd take the opportunity on this stage to give her the formal welcome and introduction. So Cheryl, take it away.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Vopel, as Tyler introduced, and I am here for Assisted Living Director and Memory Support. Just a little introduction and things about me. I have come from, my most recent position was as a nursing home administrator at another facility in West Dallas. Have a background in social work. I have a BSW from Marquette and an MSW from UWM with a focus on mental health and trauma counseling. Was walking in today and I was so happy. I got to be on the east side. The people here are friendly and welcoming. I walk into a castle every day, so you have all welcomed me and I appreciate that. Thank you. Couple of things personally. I have a daughter. She is 13. Her name is Ayla, and she is known as my Pixie. She's 13 and in 7th grade, and so that comes with a lot of fun and moodiness and sassiness, but I wouldn't give her up for that. I've got 2 cats, Aqua and Marina. She named them because of their very blue eyes. I love sunflowers. I go to the field every summer as many times as I can and pick them and bring them home. My whole kitchen is decorated in sunflowers, and so they make me happy. They are my spirit flower. And I love plants. I used to have an office that was filled all the way with plants, and now I have one that I have to have fake plants in with no windows, but that's okay. I can still make it as homey and comfortable to me with my plants surrounding me. And that is me in a nutshell. Thanks, and I am going to, who am I going to turn this over to? Lindsay. No, I got it wrong. Yes, no, I got it right.
Yeah.
I can't follow the agenda. Okay, Lindsay.
All right. Thank you, Cheryl. And again, Cheryl, something that we haven't shared necessarily with you is that we have an amazing garden committee here at East Castle Place, and so the interior courtyard, although filled with snow right now, in the springtime the residents plant and foster a beautiful, beautiful garden. So maybe we can get your green thumb working that avenue. All right, but as Cheryl did say, Lindsay Bigu is the next one up on the agenda to give us a COVID-19 update regarding the health center and staff. So Lindsay, take it away.
Hello. Well, thank you, Cheryl, for that warm introduction as well as Tyler. Oh, you gotta laugh. So for this month of State of the Castle from a health center update, specifically with COVID-19, as of today, being the 25th of January, we do not have any residents with COVID-19 at East Castle Place at this given time. We have not had COVID-19 in the health center since our last resident graduated the COVID-19 unit back to their home on Christmas Day. So it was a great Christmas for that individual who got to then enjoy it in the comfort of their own home. And we continue to monitor all residents between all areas within the community on an ongoing basis. We have 3 staff currently out right now with COVID-19. All of these staff members work in different departments as different positions, and all are deemed non-work related. So through our contact tracing process, as well as looking at our OSHA reportables that are now required by the government. All three of these positives are deemed not work-related, meaning that they got COVID-19 from an external source outside of East Castle Place. Both staff and residents between Water Tower, 3rd floor, 4th floor, and 5th floor are being tested twice a week for COVID-19. That's every Tuesday and Friday, just to give us the most accurate real-time results, as though vaccines on the horizon, being administered, we had our first clinic. COVID still is a very much so real thing, and as we know from even going on a full year of this, how quick it does spread. The Water Tower residents, 3rd floor, as well as 4th and 5th, have started as of last week indoor visitation that you might have seen in the fireplace room. This visitation has taken place because these individuals have been vaccinated for the most part, as well as it is required as a compassionate care visit for these individuals in the more regulated areas by the CDC, CMS, and Department of Health and Human Services. We continue to monitor and encourage all residents with mask compliance. That is a stipulation of it, socially distancing, so that the individuals who can only have up to 2 people come and visit at a time are not hugging and kissing, unfortunately, but having that mental well-being of having a visit from afar at least. And as I know Tyler will mention, we have the vaccine clinic coming up, and we continue to encourage all staff and residents in the clinical care areas to receive that. So that is my update.
Thank you, Lindsay, for that update. And again, I'll share some more information regarding COVID-19 as it relates to our residents or all of East Castle Place here at the end of the State of the Castle. The next individual needs little to no introduction, but I will. Mike Brewer is our Director of Philanthropy, and he has some exciting news to share with you. Mike, take it away.
Thank you, Tyler. And thanks to all of you for tuning in and inviting us into your living rooms for this report. As Tyler has pointed out, I do have several things to bring you up to date on. First of all, you remember we did a second East Castle Place wine sale this past holiday season. We had about a dozen different varieties of red and white, sweet and dry wine. We still have several of those bottles left. It is a limited opportunity though. We don't have an endless supply of those bottles. If you're interested, give me a call, stop by my office, put a note in my mailbox. Once again, we have a wide variety of types of wine that you can choose from. If you have a particular favorite, let me know. Maybe we have it. So stop by my office and we'll see. Second of all, I believe you're watching this for the first time on Thursday. We're taping this on Monday, 3 days prior. I'm actually finishing up your tax letters as we are taping this program. So by the time you watch the show, you should already have your tax letter. If you do not have it, contact me and I will be happy to make out another one for you. For those of you who look at the amount of contribution on your tax letter and it looks a little bit strange to you and you wonder why, remember, some of you gave to the giving tree at Christmas time. Some of you gave to the Thanksgiving food basket. Some of you actually gave directly to the treasure chest in honor of one of our loved ones that we lost this past year. All of those are included on your tax letter. If you have any questions about the particular dollar amount that your tax letter covers, again, give me a call. I'll be happy to walk it through with you. If there's a mistake in your tax letter, I'll be happy to redo it. I'm pleased to say that within the last week, I found out that one of your residents has approached me about donating another car to East Castle Place. You all know how this works. All you have to do is provide your title and your keys. We have an auction house that we work with. The The car is sold at auction, and the proceeds come back to East Castle Place. You get a tax write-off for it, and it's a win-win-win for everybody all around. And again, for some of you that are questioning the total amount on your tax letter this year, maybe you gave us a car last year, and that's throwing off the number as well. But at any rate, we have another car that we're working with right now, and we're very pleased about that. I've recently been informed that we're a little bit short of volunteers for the treasure chest. You know that we have loosened up a little bit with the restrictions at East Castle Place because of the coronavirus. We're now open on Fridays from 10 until noon. We have sufficient volunteers for the month of February, but we could certainly use more. You remember about a year ago, before the pandemic hit, we actually had store hours on Mondays and Fridays. If we're ever able to reopen on Mondays again, which I hope to be coming to you in the very near future and saying that we are doing so, we really don't have enough volunteers for that. So if you want to support this great cause, talk to myself, talk to Margaret Berg, talk to Carol Fritz. Either one of us can get you into the rotation. It's a lot of fun. It's for a great cause. Even though we were closed for about 2 months because of the pandemic, we have $9,700 in the scholarship fund already. We're building towards another distribution which will take place in September of this year. We're hoping we might be able to give $12,000, $13,000, $14,000. You remember we've already given away $24,000 in scholarships, so this will be a significant uptick in the amount of money we're giving away. So if you're interested in supporting that cause and you have some hours to give, talk to myself, Margaret, or Carolyn. We'll be glad to get you on board with that. You know that the scholarship fund actually helps our hourly employees that are continuing their education post-high school. You also know that the Employee Appreciation Fund helped those employees as well as other hourly employees. Well, it's time to think about the coming year, not because we're looking for your commitment for the Employee Appreciation Fund, but many of you choose the option of monthly contributions from January through October. I have to remind you that if you were on a monthly contract last year and you have not yet signed a contract for this year, you're not on a monthly contract. We're not taking out contributions for the Employee Appreciation Fund. Every year you have to sign a new contract. If you have any question as to whether or not you are signed up for monthly contributions to the Employee Appreciation Fund, come and see me, or you could see Brad. Either one of us can let you know whether or not you have a current contract and whether or not your contribution is being taken out in 1/10 increments, which is a very flexible and easy way for you to participate in this great opportunity for our hourly employees who serve us all so well. Last but not least, every year we do a year-end fund campaign. We send out a letter to people that are outside the community of East Castle Place. Maybe they came to our dinner a year and a half ago. Maybe they have made contributions over the past year. Maybe they have a history of supporting activities of ours. But that group of people receives a solicitation from us at the end of the year. We were very successful with it this year, and we raised substantial sums of money to assist East Castle Place, but several of those funds were undesignated. And as a result of that, in collaboration and consultation with Tyler, we're starting a new initiative at East Castle Place. We're starting the Community Enrichment Fund. The Community Enrichment Fund is designed to address items that the budget of East Castle Place doesn't take into account. For example, if Laura needs a brand new van to transport our residents around the community for doctor's appointments or grocery shopping or whatever, this isn't intended for that. That would go through our capital budget every year. This is for more of a lower key type item. For example, we've already utilized the fund for the first time. The community programs department that create all of our programming for Channel 955 has told us for many months now that we really need a new camera. Something that can provide better quality to the picture that you're seeing and to the audio that you're hearing. We're going to take funds from the Community Enrichment Fund and buy a new video camera that the Community Programs Department can use for Channel 955, and of course the expanded programming that we're going to be including on Channel 956 once that gets up and running. That's more of an idea of the types of things that the Community Enrichment Fund are intended to address. So that's a brand new initiative here at East Castle Place. We hope it grows. We hope maybe some of you will support it in one of two ways. Maybe you'll consider donating to it so that you can fund initiatives that came up at the last moment or maybe aren't appropriate for the overall East Castle Place budget. Or maybe you'll come to us with a great idea for a use of these funds. Now, the process for allocating funds has not yet been finalized. We're working with Tyler and we're also going to be working with the Development Committee of the Board to come up with an application process, a review process, things like that. That's all to come, and at future State of the Castle meetings, I'll be bringing you up to date on those things. But if you have questions about the Community Enrichment Fund, either how to contribute or how to use the fund, please let me know, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can. So that's all I have for you this month. Now back to Tyler. There we go. Perfect.
All right. Thank you, Mike, for that in-depth perspective and information from the Philanthropy Department. Again, fantastic causes. Thank you so much for all of your volunteerism and pieces that allow us to continue to grow here at East Castle Place, and thank you to Mike for assisting in that. The next individual up is Carlos Matos, our fearless food and beverage leader, and he has a couple of responses to a couple of your questions. Carlos, take it away.
Hello, everybody. We have several questions this month. So the first question is, when will the tour of the kitchen film be shown on Channel 955? So as yet, we have not produced a kitchen tour video. We do hope to have one soon that we can announce to you. And the second question is, when meals are being delivered, please have the wait staff knock on residents' doors loudly, as some of us are hard of hearing. Well, we do ask our team to knock assertively and hopefully wait around a few moments for you to answer. If they don't get a response at the door, we do ask our team to head down to the front desk and ask the front desk to give you a call. If you find that this is not happening, if you don't hear a knock and no one is calling you to advise you that there is a bag at your front door, please reach out to me so I can help my team get a little more consistent with this practice. But that is our protocol for if you do not answer. And then lastly, I've had some feedback from residents asking why we sporadically use styrofoam containers during our delivery. We try to avoid the use of styrofoam. However, unfortunately, our supply of reusable to-go containers that we purchased last spring has been dwindling quite a bit. We had purchased enough for several days worth of deliveries, and we find that we're just about down to about 100 containers. Unfortunately, we're unable to account for the 300 that are missing. So what we ask is, if you do have any in your residence, please pull them out of cupboards, out of refrigerators, get them out into the hallways and put them back into circulation. And above all, if you or you know anyone who may be throwing them away, please speak to your neighbors and let them know that these are reusable containers. We should be able to get a solid year of use out of each container, and it's an expense to just purchase new ones unnecessarily. So, thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. And again, I know he always appreciates the feedback from you all, so please keep up with the comment cards. Let us know what we're doing so well, and also where there may be a couple of opportunities. The next update comes from Laura Wegler, and she's just going to walk us through what to look forward to as part of the community life here at East Castle. Laura.
Thank you, Tyler. Good afternoon, everyone. I have some updates from the Community Life Department and some things we're looking forward to. First, a heartfelt thank you to our library team who's been working diligently to creatively improve all the libraries at East Castle Place. The thoughtfulness, great ideas, and organization that's gone into the project has been so appreciated and recognized by our residents. Special thanks to Joe Schmidt, who spearheaded the project, and the residents involved in the ideas for improvement are just a great team. Thanks to Katie Phillips, Sandra Meyer, Alex and Barbara Hill, and Polly Tarantino for their work on this library project. Most recently, Alex and Barbara Hill found a home for classics, a collection found in the downstairs reading room, and the Milwaukee School of Engineering was pleased to receive them. Some ideas for upcoming activities include a resident travel sharing group, a new men's group, and genealogy seminars. We'd also like to do interviews of residents giving book reviews, so watch for us in the information about that. Speaking of ECTV, Channel 955 will continue our new Neurobics Brain Fitness program. Our Monday museums and David Tolan's music appreciation is coming up soon, highlighting chamber music. I'd like to recognize all of the residents who participated in the What We Learned During COVID art project. The variety of quilt squares, the creativity and personal expressions from the residents who have shared in this quilting project is amazing. Thanks to Joe Schmidt and our student artist and resident Jessica Mendez for leading this project. The final work will be displayed in the area just off the D elevators on a floor leading to the fitness center. Speaking of fitness center, we have a new Marquette intern. Her name is Cammie. She's excited to work with residents, and she'll be offering personal training and leading future exercise groups. So make sure that you welcome her to East Castle Place. Also a reminder for our Valentine Carnation sale. Please pre-purchase your Valentine carnations for your friends at East Castle Place before the end of the day, Friday, January 29th. The flowers will arrive and be distributed to residents and staff on Friday, February 12th. Also, all monies raised will be donated to the Alzheimer's Association. And thanks to our staff's Let's Be Awesome committee for this traditional opportunity to recognize your friends with flowers at East Castle Place. So continue to share your ideas for future activity programming, and a personal thank you to all of you who continue to support all the programs and activities at Community Life. Tyler, back to you.
Thank you, Laura, for that update and everything that you do to keep our residents engaged. Again, as Laura said, she always is open to different ideas and how we can continue to engage all of you during these times. So with that, I'm going to next introduce Anna Landis, our Director of Sales and Marketing here at East Castle Place, and she has an update for you as well. Anna, take it away.
Thank you, Tyler. Hello, residents. I just have two quick updates for you for some exciting things that you'll be seeing in February, which, hard to believe, is just next week. So next week, right away, you'll be seeing us at your door with a few beverages as we are uncorking new savings in 2021. So we've changed our resident referral program up a bit for a limited time. So we will be doubling your referral bonus. So you will receive $2,000 off of your monthly service fee when you refer a new friend to East Castle Place. You may ask, what's the catch? We need that friend's name, prior to April 1st, 2021. So this is a limited time offering. But we're trying to make it simple for you. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, tell your friends about East Castle Place. Number 2, we just ask that you have your friend give us a call when they're ready and mention your name when they reach out to us. And then you'll receive that $2,000 bonus when they move into the community. So we just look forward to welcoming new neighbors into East Castle Place in 2021 and always appreciate your help. My second announcement is more of a housekeeping item. So winter in Wisconsin is a great time to tackle those reorganizing projects. So that's what we'll be doing in the sales and marketing department, along with Teresa Jenkins. So we are going to work with her in mid-February. You'll be seeing a memo from us at your door with a couple of important documents that we are trying to update in our files. So we want to make sure that we have your most recent emergency contact information on file, as well as your entrance fee designation letter for your files. So we'll be giving those to you in mid-February, and we'll ask that you have them back to us by the end of February. So if you have questions on either of those items, the referral program or the document update, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Fern Gonzalez, or Heidi Cole. That's all I have. Back to Tyler.
All right. Thank you, Anna. And again, your neighbors from outside of East Castle Place are always welcome to be your neighbors inside East Castle. So please do give us their names or have them give Anna and Heidi a call in the marketing office. And hey, maybe they'll move right next door to you. All right, so from an update regarding COVID-19 from a community standpoint. So Lindsay Magoot, the administrator, mentioned our status from a resident employee standpoint. That goes for the campus. We currently have no active COVID-19 cases as of the taping of this, which is January 22nd? 5th. It's already the 25th. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. January 25th, thank you. However, as the memo stated last week, Wednesday, a number of you have asked about the vaccine and when is that happening. So again, February 3rd, the vaccine will be taking place with our partners CVS. It is the Moderna vaccine. That is a 2-dose vaccine. The first dose will be administered February 3rd. In anticipation of that, hopefully by the time you viewed this, if you are getting the vaccine, you have filled out your consents. So thank you to Maureen and Teresa for taking the time to sit in the club room on Monday through Wednesday to gather those consents. The consents will just help expedite the process on next Wednesday. The vaccine clinic will take place right here in Lindsay Hall, where we're able to socially distance. You do see the time frames that were put in the memo as well. We ask to adhere to those. You'll walk in from right over here in the D elevator where we'll have the temporary wall up. You'll check in, and then the vaccinators will be on the larger side. We'll have some privacy curtains up for you as well. Again, reminder, wear a t-shirt. T-shirts do help because, again, if I were to come down in my shirt and tie and suit coat, obviously I have to take off the suit coat, take off the tie, take off the shirt, try and get my arm out, maneuver that. You can see it's just as much easier if I roll up my sleeve, right? So please do wear t-shirts or something that's very accessible for the vaccinators to get to your left or right shoulder. Then some of you have also asked, well, Tyler, the first dose is great, but I know I need 2. You are correct. And I'm verifying that date, and I don't want to be held to it, so look in future memos for when that date will happen. You can count out the days. It's supposed to be 28 days after the first dose. Right now it's looking like March 3rd, but again, I will verify that, and you will see that on a piece of paper like you have for all memos. If there's questions or concerns regarding that, again, for the vaccine, it's your choice. I do encourage it, but again, it is up to you and your physician. Tyler, Teresa, Our clinicians on site cannot make that determination for you. Again, I urge you to reach out to your primary care. Actually, I had a family member say, well, my loved one's on an antibiotic right now. Unfortunately, they aren't able to. When will the next vaccine take place? Again, that's where I encourage you to speak with your provider. I cannot make that determination for you, nor can Teresa. But again, per the Center for Disease Control and what's widely being encouraged for those over the age of 65 is to receive the vaccine. So again, we are encouraging that and we are going to facilitate that. I must stress patience and understanding as well. And I know all of you do have much patience and understanding, but I think it may get slightly tested as we're waiting in anticipation for the vaccine clinic. So again, I verified with CVS they will have enough doses. Again, the streamlined approach that we have is, again, the organization that we need. But that day of is really when the rubber meets the road, so to speak, and your patience and understanding will be necessary. So again, we'll have an entrance, we'll have an exit, we'll have you wait in the dining room for 15 minutes afterwards. That is one of the pieces that has to happen. And so again, do plan for roughly 15 minutes after to hang out in the main dining room where we'll have waters and I think maybe some cookies available as well. So again, maintain social distancing. These masks, they're not going away either. So I know I've said this in my coffees with Tyler, but it's worth reiterating here. COVID-19 is not gone because I received the vaccine. COVID-19 is not gone because I received the second dose of the vaccine. It's the right step in the right direction. However, these face masks are still going to be required and mandated here at East Castle Place. So when you come to the clinic, you must be wearing your mask, and when you leave the clinic, you must maintain wearing your mask. During the next month, you must maintain wearing these masks. And guess what? Even after that March 3rd date, these masks are still going to be required. So again, this is the first step, but your consistency and diligence in wearing the masks is appreciated, and this is what keeps us safe. So please continue to do that. COVID-19 is still a very real threat to each and every one of us, and we all must do our part. As I was watching the Packer games, it did say it takes all of us in the end zones, where unfortunately the Packers could have gone one more time and won the game, but that's neither here nor there. It does take all of us, and so again, please do continue to wear your masks and be diligent and responsible as we gather. The question that I had, so that's the COVID-19 update. The question from a resident was, we have an emergency button in each bathroom. How often are they checked? What is the user response time when the button is pressed? So, this resident is speaking to those pull cords or push buttons in your bathrooms. Those are on the system, and the system actually monitors that battery life, although many are hardwired in, so there's no battery, and it's actually built right into your electrical system. So there's never any need to recharge those batteries. The user response time, I will tell you, we like to capture within a 5 to 10 minute range. Again, in a true emergency, of course, you're still going to want to call 911. But our nursing team usually does and has historically responded within that 5 to 10 minute mark, depending where they are on campus. Again, that's going to be quicker than 911. They'll be able to administer that first aid and assist you through. But again, please do dial 911 and reach out to your provider. And if possible, of course, these are emergencies only. And so again, we hope that that doesn't happen, but in the event that it does, do know that that pull cord is monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And a security guard overnight will be assisting the nurse. And then during the day, of course, the nurse and then sometimes Teresa or others may respond as well. So that is the update that I have for you on this State of the Castle. I so appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to get updated on what's happening here at East Castle and the community. I hope your 2021 is off to a fantastic start. I know that there's still a road ahead that we have to tread, but I appreciate the willingness and diligence that you all have and perseverance as we continue to navigate COVID-19. Again, February 3rd is a great start to that journey, but again, it's going to take all of us to navigate this. So with that being said, continue to be on the lookout for updates, whether that's from Carlos, Laura, Mike, Anna, Cheryl, or Lindsay, or any of the other directors that you have seen or heard from this year. We look forward to continuing to care for you, continue to be there for you, and again, we appreciate all of you that are part of this wonderful community that makes East Castle Place. With that, I'm going to sign off. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. If you have any questions or concerns, as always, feel free to reach out to me directly, stop by my office, give me a phone call, shoot me an email. I'll be happy to respond as soon as I can. With that, hope everybody does well. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day.